Okay, welcome back. You better buckle your seatbelts because here we go. Given the model I've just shown you, you can probably guess how the rest of this course is going to play out. In each of the next 5 modules, I'm going to bring one of these 5 customer-funded models to life. And because some of you are probably going to be reading along in the book as we go, at least I hope you will, so that you get more of the story, the full story, in more detail than we have time to do together online, I'm not going to simply reiterate what's in the book. Instead, I'm going to do the following in each of these next modules. Number 1, I'm going to tell you a story of a 21st century entrepreneur, typically one not from the book, who has successfully put that model to work. So you're going to get some stories of inspiring successes, and you'll also get some stories of failures, and there's lots to learn there. Some of them spectacular, some of them downright silly. In some of the modules, I'm going to interview someone whose story is told in the book, so you can get the inside story, get the depth that my ordinary readers just of the book alone won't get. I'm also going to interview other people, sometimes an entrepreneur, sometimes an investor, sometimes both, who bring thoughtful perspectives to this arena. I want you to know that I'm not a lone wolf howling in the wilderness here. There are a lot of smart people thinking and acting this way, and they sit on both sides of the deal table. For those of you who are reading along in the book, I'm also going to do something else. I'm going to tee up in each module what I think are some of the critical messages in the relevant chapter that you should be careful not to skim over or miss. And maybe those of you who are reading the book can share on the discussion board some of the lessons you get there that we don't have time to cover together in the formal part of the MOOC. Finally, I'm going to suggest some things to read. These aren't things you have to read. They aren't in the book, but they'll add to your ability to put these customer-funded principles to work and to be a better and more complete entrepreneur. So in this first module, we're going to do a lot of that sort of thing too, as you might guess. So here's what lies ahead in Module 1. First, the inspiring story of a young Swiss entrepreneur, Thomas Nobel, who started a business while he was still in the college in the USA and used customer funding to grow it to more than 200 million in sales, highly profitable 200 million in sales, in less than a decade. Would that kind of success be okay for the business you have in mind? Next, we'll do an interview with Shramana Mitra. Her 1 million by 1 million virtual accelerator is helping businesses all over the world get started and grow using their customers' funds. Then we'll do an interview with Fortune magazine columnist Vern Harnish, one of the world's foremost authorities on how to grow small and mid-sized companies. Then we're going to do an interview with Bruce Golden. He's a partner at Accel Partners, one of the world's leading VC firms, and he himself is one of Silicon Valley's most astute venture capital investors. I think you're going to find Bruce's perspectives particularly insightful. Then following all of that, I'm going to come back on your screen, I'll tie things together, and I'll give you all an assignment, something I think you should do in the real world after you listen to the upcoming interviews, before you move on to Module 2. Now for some of you, that assignment will be your ticket to the certificate you can earn at the end of this course if you'd like to do that. For the rest of you though, it'll put some key tools into your entrepreneurial toolkit to make you a better entrepreneur. So I suggest you do the assignments as well. So I hope you enjoy the story about Thomas Nobel and the company he built. I'll see you for that story, and I'll see you again at the end of the module.